guys, what's up? It's Erin. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. This is going to be my slightly longer than 2-week update since my first bikini competition. It was supposed to be filmed at exactly 2 weeks, but life happened and that got in the way. So I'm filming it today. So it is Tuesday, so I'm actually like 2.5 weeks post-show. So I wanted to just kind of give some updates and I wanted to answer the questions that most people are asking. So the very big questions most people are asking are like, how has your body changed? Like your diet and training, how have those things changed? And what are your goals moving forward? We're gonna answer those. So to start off, I don't know my weight. Honestly, that's kind of a combination of purposeful and like just denial. I've decided not to weigh myself because that first week especially was super rough mentally and emotionally, and I just didn't care. I ate whatever the heck I wanted, and sometimes in quantities that probably I shouldn't have. So I know how it's affected my body. I see myself in the mirror every day, like I know, and seeing that big jump on the scale right now is just not what my brain needs mentally. I'm trying to focus on things that I can track progress on that are beneficial and that things that are gonna make me inspired and motivated. So I don't know exactly what my weight is. I can tell you that I'm definitely a little bit bigger, but I still feel like I have some definition. I'll stand up and put a picture of my show day right next to this. So 2.5 weeks out, that's kind of what my body looked like. It actually looked worse a couple days ago. I was still retaining a lot of water weight, but I've now really moved back into a more balanced diet. I am allowing myself some treats because this is the time to actually do that, since when I prep again, hint, hint, those will go away. So here's what kind of happened. I ended up almost taking like a 2-week diet break, which some people purposely do in the diet and fitness and health industry when they are trying to lose weight. If they have to take an extensive diet, they'll take like a 2-week diet break. And there are tons of benefits of that. One, your metabolism, slows down. So taking a 2-week diet break can help. Sometimes that's a little extensive. Not everybody needs a 2-week diet break. They say don't go like above and beyond, but you allow yourself to eat without tracking. So for my 2 weeks, what I did was I allowed myself to eat what I wanted. I tried to keep my protein up, and I do think it's helped me, and I'll get into that in a minute, but they say that one of the things that is very beneficial for people who are post-show to kind of take a diet break, maybe not to the extent I did, but that it can help reset your hormones, and some hormones reset very fast, and some it takes 2 weeks to do. So like we know that leptin is increased when we eat carbohydrates after not eating carbohydrates, or have a refeed after dieting for an extensive period of time. But other hormones, it takes some time to come back. And a little TMI here, but since my show, I was supposed to have my period like right at my show, and I haven't had it yet. That tells me alone that my hormones are a little bit out of whack right now. So hopefully taking that 2 weeks will be beneficial in the long run. Okay, so let's talk about what has happened because of that. So prior in my prep, at the very end of my prep, granted, that's gonna be the time that I was weakest, I was typically hip thrusting about 155 for 4 sets of 10. I was deadlifting max like 135. That was like strenuous for me. It was awful. And my squat, I was maxing out at like 115 for total sets. So like 3 sets of 10, 4 sets of 8, things like that. And it was draining. So I do it at the beginning of my workout, and then I would feel just exhausted. Granted, again, that was the end of prep. Things are a lot different. But now I've taken that 2-week diet break. My calories have increased. So I'm eating about 1,600 calories a day right now, and those will slowly increase. But in that time, in this short amount of time, I've been lifting, and I'm trying to lift heavy. I'm trying to set these PRs, and I have. So my deadlift has increased, and I did 185 for 3 sets of 6. And then last night I did squats, and I did 2 sets of 5 for 175. So like those are massive gains. Today I pressed 25-pound dumbbells overhead. So there are things that are obviously increasing, and my strength is increasing, and those are the things I'm focusing on right now. Like those are the things that are getting me through, so that I'm not so focused on like, oh, my weight's going up or my body is like, my waist isn't as small, things like that. I'm trying to focus on the things that I'm like, this is awesome, I'm getting stronger. Okay, so now that we've talked about what has happened to my body post-show, we're gonna talk about my goals moving forward. So as of right now, my goal is to compete in November. We haven't picked an exact show yet, but that is kind of my time frame. So that puts me at about 24 weeks out. So it gives me about 12 weeks to build and then another 12 to cut. Obviously, I'm gonna give myself a little leeway both ways, just in case like my body, I put on a little more fat, or in case I think that I'll be ready a little sooner, then I might extend that lean bulk body recomp phase. I tend to be a fast gainer, so I'm hoping to be able to see those gains in those 12 weeks with the increased calories. I've never really ate at this calorie level. I've always been the girl that was like focused on the scale or trying to look leaner. So for me to say I'm gonna eat higher, I'm okay with putting on a little bit of fat as long as I'm getting stronger and putting on muscle too. I think that I should be able to put on a decent amount of muscle in that period and then actually compete in November without having to drop my calories off, mind you, too. Like this last prep, I had to drop my calories low. I had to do a ton of cardio, and I'm hoping as I increase my calories, I won't have to do all that. So with that being said and talking about my calories, so currently I said that I'm eating 1600, but that kind of ranges. So I am going to try and do carb cycling this time around, even in this bulking phase. And that's kind of to preserve my body from putting on too much fat. So I will be taking rest days, and on those rest days, I will have less carbs and less overall calories. And then on my leg days will be my highest calorie, highest carb days. Upper body days will be moderate carb and about maintenance calories. So that kind of will hopefully level me out. One, I don't need as much work in my upper body. I need to build my lower body, mainly my glutes and my hamstrings. Mostly I'm eating whole foods, but I don't really have any restrictions. So if I want a treat, I have one. I am trying to reserve like my sweet treats or high glycemic carbs for right around my workout, and hopefully they get sent to my muscles. As for my workouts, my current workout split is that I'm training 6 days, and honestly that's super hard for me because I'd almost rather train 7 just mentally. Like I like working out a lot, like it's my therapy time. So forcing myself to take a day off of lifting is tough, but I'm currently doing 6 days because I'm incorporating 3 lower body days. So I have a glute and quad focus day, a glute and hamstring focus day, and then a total leg day that incorporates everything, but it's a higher volume with less weight. I have 2 upper body days, and my current split is kind of the same as when I was in prep. So we're doing back and biceps, and then chest, shoulders, and triceps. But that may change as I want to focus more on my shoulders and I don't need as much work, say, in my chest. So I may be incorporating shoulders into another day. And then I have 1 total body day where I do more CrossFit style workouts or compound exercises. I will run like a circuit, and then I might do like an AMRAP at the end, and that accounts for my cardio that day as well. So I'm currently doing 3 days of cardio for 20 to 25 minutes. I'm going to slowly be dropping that off to where I'm doing no cardio, and then when I move into my cutting phase of prep, what's going to happen is I will slowly be able to add that cardio back in small increments, hopefully never have to do quite as much, but I'll be able to add it in, and then it'll be more efficient at actually burning fat off. If you guys are interested in seeing my workouts, I typically upload my workouts on my Snapchat story. I don't know why, I just can't get with like the Instagram story thing, and it has nothing to do with like filters or anything. It's just like what I instantly go to and cutting the video so that I can take out the part where I'm like have my thumb on it. That kind of stuff is super easy. So if you want to follow me on Snapchat, I'll put that right over here, and you can watch my daily workouts. I try to incorporate my reps and sets in there. I try to add some motivational stuff, and you'll probably see some of me and my family on there as well. So in a future video, I want to do something that's more like question based. So if you want to drop me some questions, either drop them in the comments or head to my IG and send me a DM with any questions that you have that I can answer in a coming video, whether that be about prepping yourself or coaching yourself or diet plan or workouts, whatever it may be. Just let me know. I'd love to answer your questions. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be updating you guys again very soon.